All righty. What is up, guys? Carolina, Georgia coming up in an hour. What's up? The Daily Crow pregame show. Let me turn the brightness down just a little bit. I think I got this thing fully cranked up. There we go. What's up? What's up? Pregame show, South Carolina, Georgia. Gamecocks taking on the Dawgs. To hell with Georgia, it is. Hope you're all doing well. Got a lot to dive into here. Again, I feel like a lot of us forgot, or a lot of you guys forgot, there was a basketball game tonight. So, very excited for that. What is going to happen tonight? Who knows? Again, of course, this morning on the Daily Crow, I thought it was funny, the entire conversation centered around football, which I totally get it. I totally get it. You know, what our team has shown at this point. And of course, again, Will, David, what's up? Of course, the football talk takes over. Des Kitchings leaving. Dude, listen, Kevin Harris and Marshawn Lloyd are not leaving. So just get that out of your head. They're not leaving. I promise you. By the way, just want to plug it real quick. We got the hat and we got the hoodie. So the Fuego. The Fuego merch is in. HML, what's up, man? Will Collins, Marcus Lattimore, coach him. Who you got? I think it's going to be Jay Graham. You want my opinion? So, not trying to be an insider, but if I had to guess, I don't know. I think Jay Graham, maybe. I think maybe Jay Graham is the dude. So, what is going on, guys? Taking your questions, comments. We're going till 6:30 before the Gamecocks take on Georgia. So, I am very intrigued for this game. Very intrigued. Very, very intrigued. So, actually about to put out my prediction graphic here in just a second. We've had so many graphics flying today that the prediction graphic has not even made it out yet. I've got 81-79 Dawgs, though. 81-79 Georgia. I told you guys that I'm not picking the Gamecocks to win again. So Jay Graham coached at Carolina. I believe, when Shane Beamer was there. So, and guys, I know you don't mind, but if you see me looking down, I'm making the graphic while we're on this. Guys, we've just been that busy today. So, yeah. Hope you're all doing well again. Pre-game show. Will the Gamecocks bounce back? That is the question. Will South Carolina bounce back? 3-game losing streak. This is one of those games where it just really feels like you got to find a way. You know what I mean? Like at home, one of your most winnable games you're going to have for quite a while. You know what I mean? One of the most winnable games you're going to have for quite a while. You need to play well. Bottom line. That's the fact of the matter. You got to play well. You need to get a W. Even if you don't, I mean, you're a 5-point favorite, 4.5. You're a 4.5 point favorite. I'll check the spread real quick. I'm not sure if the line has moved anymore. at this point. But I always click in Simply Football when I'm looking for basketball. Why do I do that? You are... Yeah, so you're back to 5. So you're a 5-point favorite. It went from 5 to 4.5 back to 5. So you got to find a way to win this one, right? I mean, you just flat out have to. You just flat out have to, you know. Lattimore running back coach, Austin Kane. I'd be down for it. I really would. I'd be down for it. You know, I don't know. It is crazy. And again, I hate to sound like a broken record. I really do. I don't want to sound like a broken record. But it comes back to what I said at the beginning. I would have cleaned house personally. And again, I know it's not as bad because, you know, Des Kitchings is taking an NFL job and it's like, how can you blame him? Whatever. But at the same time, man, it's just like, really though, you know? Chuck, appreciate it, man. Yeah, this hat's fire. I'll show you guys the Give you guys the look. This thing did turn out really well. I love the garnet trucker hat. I might have to make, honestly, I think I'm going to have to make more hats that are garnet trucker hats because this turned out really, really good. This turned out, like, this garnet is so nice. And I'm not saying that just because it's like, guys, I wouldn't wear it if it looked like crap. So I love the way this garnet turned out, to be honest with you. So, again, guys, taking your questions, comments. David Sykes, Martin says he only feels 60%. Why is he still coaching? That's a great question. I mean, he said he feels an obligation to the university and to his team, and I totally respect that. Don't get me wrong. But not even speaking from a fan perspective, just speaking from a human being perspective, like if he feels that poorly, like I just don't feel like he should be coaching. You know what I mean? Like what's the point, you know? You can find him tsus.store where all this is. We got the Ass Kicking Chicken merch. See, I've got the hoodie on too. Ass Kicking Chicken. Boom, boom, boom. Don't listen to Gamecock Hockey. It's not a stolen logo. I was getting a good laugh in earlier today, actually, for the people that are in here, whatever. I was getting a good laugh in earlier today that a club team thinks I need to steal their logo to sell merch. It's just baffling, but whatever. It's come and gone. That's all. I wish Gamecock Hockey nothing but the best, and you guys should go buy their merch as well, by the way. Go support the hockey team. Go support the club teams, but yeah, I'll leave it at that. So, Begg says, what's up with us losing coaches? Who do you think we need to go after? And yes, guys, I know Des Kitchings is leaving. I literally put a post out about it. I mean, it is like the wildest thing I've ever seen with all these coaches dipping out. I have no idea what the deal is, why it's happening. I have no clue. I really don't. There are no, it just happened. So there aren't like any big names that jump off the top of my head. Again, Jay Graham is a guy who was at South Carolina. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. And obviously with their staff, with their staff, the turnover, maybe that's a guy that comes here. But again, I don't want to sound like a broken record. And I don't want to put it on sound like I'm putting it on, Coach Beamer that he kept him, but it just seems like, man, cleaning house would have been a really good idea. Would have been a really good idea if you'd have done it. So, Austin Kane 17 says Shane doesn't put up with BS. That's a good thing. Weed out the ones who don't want to be here. And yeah, that's definitely fair. That's definitely fair for sure. Like I said, it's just tough to. I don't know. The guy took an NFL job. It's not like he went to Auburn. It's not like he went to some other college. Like it wasn't a lateral move. Like he went to an NFL job. So like, here's the way I look at it, guys. I know you guys and fans everywhere are freaking out because fans want things to be. What's the best way to put this? Fans want things to be buttoned up, right? They're tired of this coaching stuff, and I totally get it. But, we replaced Thomas Brown. We'll replace Des Kitchings. I mean, I'll go coach running backs, and I promise you Kevin Harris and Marshawn Lloyd are going to be just fine. Stability, yeah, Dusty Rose. Stability is a good word. Fans want stability, and I totally understand. But, like, dude, we'll be fine. We replaced Thomas Brown. We'll replace Des Kitchings. I'm not worried about that at all. I understand how it's annoying. I definitely think it's annoying, but we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Here we go. Now we can get in the really good comments. The basketball comments, by the way, which I really appreciate because we're about to play a game in about 50 minutes. Joe Anderson says, LOL, South Carolina has zero chance to hire anyone who is half the coach Frank Martin is. Please go on with that BS for the people who really care about Gamecock basketball. Okay. I mean, dude, I'm not telling you that South Carolina is going to go out there and upgrade. And I'm also not saying fire Frank Martin, Joe. So I don't know where maybe you're not directing it at me. But the same people who think that South Carolina has zero chance to hire anyone who's half the coach Frank Martin is are the same people who stay in a bad relationship because they don't feel like they can get a girl that's half as good as the one they got, even though she's a piece of shit. That's just calling it for what it is. And Joe, I wasn't coming at you, but like that, when I hear that, that's honestly where my mind goes. Is like, these are the people that must be married and miserable. Like, honestly, like that's where I equate it, because nobody stays if it's not working out, if it's just average, if you're in an average, nobody would stay in an average relationship, right? Would you? I mean, I wouldn't, but maybe some people would. Again, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not saying fire Frank. I'm not leading the fire Frank charge. But again, he's getting paid millions of dollars, just like Will Muschamp was, to put a product on the floor. And again, all I've said is that South Carolina basketball has to decide what are their year in, year out expectations. Because if the year in, year out expectations are just be competitive in the SEC and make the NIT every now and then Frank Martin is doing a phenomenal job. But if they truly are to make the NCAA tournament, then the job's not getting done. We've got to take the gray area out of this. We have to take the gray area out of this thing. We really do. And again, I'm not even saying fire Martin right now. I'm not saying fire Martin even after the season. Like, I'm really not. You know, the COVID stuff is, you know, we said it was a built-in excuse for football, but we knew that with football, there's a lot more. There's a lot more riding on football, right? Like, you don't win in football. That's a much bigger deal. Versus with basketball, would you guys say basketball is the second sport at Carolina? I mean, it might be the third. I don't know. It might be the third. You know, basketball is one of those sports where, like at South Carolina, to truly have the fan interest, for example, that football has, they're going to have to put a product on the floor, bottom line. And I mean, I'll just speak from my perspective. Guys, it's a pregame show and we have 42 people in here. Football, we never had less than 100. Post-game shows for basketball, we have maybe 50 people. For football, we had like 200 or 300. I mean, you can't compare the fan interest. You just can't compare it. So, you know, do we care enough about basketball to make a move like that? So, and then, like, you know, Joe hey, Joe, I'd also say this to your point. South Carolina's got, I think, like the third best SEC record in the past 4 years or something like that, which, again, is phenomenal. It is. It's really good. It's really good. It really, really is. But, again, are we trying to be really good competing for the NIT, or are we trying to get to the tournament? That's all I'm asking you. Honestly, that's all I'm asking. Because if all we're trying to do is compete with the NIT, then I will stop being so harsh on. And I don't even feel like, dude, I feel like compared to how I was on football and Muschamp, I am so nice to Martin and Gamecock basketball. So nice. So not. I mean, there's a lot of you in here right now that are saying the same things about keep Martin around. He's a great coach. Bro, if Kingston doesn't make the postseason this year, Gamecock Nation is going to be coming for his head. And you know that's a fact. So, I'm not saying they should. Like, I'm not saying that South Carolina didn't have good seasons where they missed the tournament and whatever. But the fact is, they just didn't make it. I mean, what do you want me to do? You know. I mean, that's fine. That's fair. I mean, I remember the one year, I think it was 16, we got screwed over and Syracuse got put in. But, I mean, what's the solution? You know, and I would say this too. If you feel the way that Martin is just the best thing on earth, then just give him a lifetime contract. I mean, honestly, just at this point, just give him a lifetime contract. Like, don't even worry about, don't even worry about, you know, there's no debating this. Just give him a lifetime contract. Bottom line. Just give him the lifetime deal. Let him retire when he wants, and we'll just go on about it. But I mean, here's the fact of the matter. Here's the fact of the matter is that we watch all the games, we pull for the team, we invest our time, we invest our money, people invest their resources, and it's hard to just say, oh, all good, whatever. I mean, it's just, it's a results-oriented business, just like football, believe it or not. And I don't blame fans for being just tired. I mean, we're like I said, Joe, you can fight this all you want. We're not good enough for people to care. We're not good enough for the casual fan to care. We're not good enough. Again, all of us in here, we're diehards, right? We're going to watch it no matter what. Win, lose, draw. We could lose every game. We're going to be right here. But for the normal, let's just say USC alum who has a job and a wife and a family or a husband and a family or whatever, like Gamecock basketball is not even interesting enough to make a part of their daily routine. And that is the fact right now. And because the problem is it's getting a lot to the point that football was, in the sense that every single year was, Will Muschamp convincing fans how good we were and how this is the best team we've had and this and that and this and that. And it's just like, dude, it's like every year's a letdown. It feels like every single year. Every single year's a letdown. And Savannah Webster says the girls don't get the attention they deserve out here killing. Yeah, and I agree with you. And that's something actually I'm working on. We're planning on adding a bunch of contributors, a bunch of writers, and the Gamecocks women deserve a lot more recognition than they get. So that's something I'm working on, by the way, is adding that in. So, because I love Dawn, I love the women, love the women's basketball team, what they've done, and they deserve that credit. They deserve that recognition. So I will not disagree with you. I will not disagree with you. But, I think Gamecock fans do love basketball. I think they love I think they love basketball. Let's say they love basketball in general. But basketball is not like football in the sense where fans are just going to watch. Like, you got to have a product. You know what I mean? You got to have a product. And hey, Savannah, to be fair, guess what? Women's is the same way. Women's is if our women's team wasn't good, people cannot tell me they would watch every game. So I just really believe at Carolina, obviously football, and that's pretty much every team in the SEC. Football is king. Football is king. And at SEC schools outside of Kentucky and well, I mean, I was going to say Vandy, but whatever. At SEC schools, basically, unless your basketball team's good, you're not really going to watch. You know what I mean? Like, or you're not going to, I say watch, you're not going to invest your emotion, your time, your money. You're just not going to do it. Like, football's king. We all know that. And then again, I'm a baseball guy, and I would say that all of the SEC programs have really raised their level, because I was going to say, really it's only a number of schools in the SEC that really invest in baseball. That's really not the case anymore. I honestly think the only reason basketball is bigger than baseball in the SEC is because basketball gets more TV time. I really believe if you had the same type of TV time that basketball gets, I mean, dude, the baseball product is just as good, if not better, than basketball. No offense to any diehard, basketball fans. Yeah, and here's a good comparison. Dusty Rhodes says football postpones weddings. Who's stopping their wedding for basketball? Good point. Kentucky fans would. So again, I'm not like trying to crap on basketball. I'm just saying that, like, I think it's just a reality that, you've got to have a product. You just have to have a product. So, and then it just comes back to, for me, like, just take all this stuff away we've just been talking about. I just still can't come to grips with why can South Carolina not be a program that makes the tournament once every 4 years? Is that like that? I mean, is that unrealistic? Is that Is that asking that much? Maybe it is. Maybe I am just totally unrealistic. I don't know. Maybe I'm just unrealistic. I don't know. Savannah, we do play Alabama, like end of the season. Yeah. Joanne says, this is one of the best teams they've had in my lifetime. Losing Frank is killer. Basketball is not football. One player makes a huge difference in a matchup. The loss of practice has been killer, but make no mistake, they have a very good team despite free throw shooting and the defense they've played so far. Dude, I mean, I picked them to go to the tournament. I've picked them to go to the tournament like 3 years in a row. Yeah, I think the team's good. Yeah, I think there's talent. That's why I said tonight's game is not about talent. It's not about X's and O's. It's all about what mental state is this team in, honestly. What mental state is this team in? So we'll see. We're already 22 minutes basically through. I'm just flying through this right now. It's crazy. I'm just like going off. Yeah. I don't know. Let's see. Your local sports talk said, not so fun fact, Will Muschamp was a 13-19 record his last 3 years, including a 9-14 SEC record, meaning he went 4-5 against non-conference opponents in those 3 years. Yeah, you didn't have to remind us how bad Muschamp was. Savannah Webster said exactly, they're just not themselves, and watching them you can see it. Yeah, again, because it's tough for me because you guys know I'm as critical as they come. You know what I mean? I just want to win. So I'm as tough on these teams and as critical. I mean, I'm supportive for sure. I mean, look at me. I'm rocking the garnet and black. There's no doubt I'm a Gamecock fan, but you know, I'm as critical as they come. It's tough though, because right now we're at a crossroads in the sense of acknowledging this team has had issues with COVID and its head coach, and then this team not playing up to what it should be. Where should we fall? Should we, you know what I'm saying? If, like I said after Saturday, if COVID's going to be an excuse after every game, I know they can't necessarily do it, but just opt out the rest of the year. What is the point? What is the point? Even with the limited practice time, even with Frank Martin being 60%, like the game Saturday, you can't say that's acceptable. You can't say losing by 26 is acceptable. You just can't do it. You just cannot do it. Let's see. Savannah, I do not know if McCreary is back. Let me try to see. Let me see if anything's been said yet. Okay. Sounds like McCreary's available. Seems like David Cloninger said that everyone is accounted for except Alonzo Frank. Hey, that might have a lot to do with the Gamecocks being favored. So who knows? Travis, well, man, is it just me or do we launch up threes all the time? We don't need threes all the time. I go for the higher percentage shots more often than not. I don't know. We are sloppy too. Go Cox nonetheless. Well, we've got guys that can make the three ball. They're just not hitting them. That's the problem. Solo Bowen, appreciate you, man. Rocking the Beamer Ball hoodie. I appreciate that. Thank you. Caden Graham, really hope we find a rhythm tonight. We got to start fast, too. So, Savannah, 7 o'clock tip. It was a 6:30 tip, but I went live 5:30 to 6. But no, 7 o'clock tip. ESPN 2, 7 o'clock tip. Yeah, Jalen McCreary being back is a huge boost. So, And Mason Croson, I feel like we win tonight big. You know, I will say this, that South Carolina being the favorite, because you look at that and you'd be like, oh my God, why are the Gamecocks favored? That almost tells me to bet more on South Carolina. Like Vegas knows, you know what I mean? Vegas knows that we're going to show up and beat that butt. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Savannah Webster's Georgia bad this year. They're not very good. I think they're 9-5 and like 2-5, and pretty similar to what Auburn's record was. But they're down at the bottom of the conference with us. It's like Georgia, us, Vandy. And Vandy is winless in the conference. So, and we play them Saturday. So I will say this, for everything that has gone the wrong way, you do have the opportunity to build some momentum, to really get something rolling. You really do. But you got to win this one tonight. I've said that. I feel like the last 2 games I've said that. But, man, I mean, this one, it just feels like you got to have this one, man. You got to have this one. You got to. Travis Will agreed. I guess what I'm saying, we aren't hitting the threes, so stop launching them, go with the higher percentage. I get it, shoot it out, but when you're not hitting. Yeah, no, listen, I agree. You got to find a way to get the ball in the basket. I mean, bottom line, I mean, simple as it sounds, it's the facts. As simple as it sounds, it is the facts. So. Chris says, ready from some yard cocks. Mason says, honestly, baseball season got me hyped, especially basketball being a little down. Yeah, I mean, I'm pumped for baseball. I mean, obviously, you guys know. I mean, I'm a baseball dude. So, Dusty Rhodes, yeah, this hat's fire. So, hat's fire, logo's fire. I appreciate it. I appreciate it for sure. The garnet mesh is, I might make some more hats with the garnet mesh, because this garnet mesh is dope. This garnet mesh is sick. I love it. David Sykes says, seriously, Chris, if we don't win this game, it's time for a change. It's tough to say, man. I don't know. It's tough to say. You lose. Yeah, I'll tell you this, though. If you lose this one and you lose by double digits, you look ugly losing. Man, that's going to be really tough to – it's going to be a long podcast tomorrow, I'll tell you that. Because, I mean, you guys probably already know I'm recording the show after the game. So, we lose tonight in ugly fashion. They're not going to make they're not making my life very easy. So, and I'll tell you what. You lose tonight, this is one of those things. You lose tonight, the casual fan really ain't going to watch the rest of the season, bottom line. So, what I'm hoping is you win tonight, you win Saturday, have something to feel good about, get 2 in a row wins, 2 wins in a row. You build some momentum a little bit. I mean, you're favored by 5 points, guys. You're supposed to win. In the eyes of the gambler, you are supposed to win, bottom line. I know your coach has his health issues. I know your team's had COVID issues, but damn it, you are supposed to win the game. Go win, Because, I mean, here's the thing. And maybe Joe would disagree. And this is an extreme example, but it's like, bro, all right, you feel like the season's a wash, fine. Well, his paycheck's not a wash. They're still getting paid. Everybody's still getting the same check, whether it's the regular or a normal season or a COVID season. So, I don't know. I mean, did the results just not count this year? The check still counts. Again, I'm not saying fire Frank Martin, but, it is year 9. You know what I mean? This team is too good to I mean, if you lose these next 2, I mean, if you lose tonight, I'll be worried. But if you lose the next 2, you might, I mean, all right. I don't even want to think about that. South Carolina's going to beat Georgia tonight, bottom line. South Carolina's going to beat Georgia. We're going to have a fun post-game show for about 10 or 15 minutes. I'm going to have a fun podcast tomorrow. We're going to speak it into existence, and everything will be great. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been the Daily Crow pregame show, guys. Thank you again. Tip-off is in 30 minutes. I'm going to run. Stay tuned for all of the content on social media. Of course, I'm literally about to throw up the prediction graphic. So again, guys, thank you so much. We'll talk post game. Appreciate it.